When we are talking about spirituality and creativity, or to be more accurate, spirituality in creativity, because I'm talking about the practical aspects of spirituality in your creative process. The practical aspect of using spirituality to improve your creative process, to make your creative process more interesting, to make your creative process more efficient, to make your creative process more real. And when I say real, I mean honest, I mean true, I mean clean. And this is one word that we will go on and repeat over and over again when it comes to spirituality. So let's look a little bit at how can I practice spirituality in order to improve my creativity, in order to learn how to use it, spirituality, in my creativity. The first thing is to clean and to scrub. To clean and to scrub what? Yourself. You are dirty. Every religion will tell you that you are dirty. A lot of religions are very good at it. You are dirty, you are guilty. This is not what I mean. You are dirty means that you have a lot of things that stuck to you because you live in the real world, because you live in the external world, because you live in the physical world, because you live in society, because you live in a community, because you live with other people, because you live in the laws of other people, because you live in a family, because you live in a house, because you live in a city, because you live in a country, because you live in this world. You are dirty in a sense that a lot of things stick to you. How many of these things are actually you? That is questionable. You can look at yourself and say, what out of the things that I believe, what beliefs are really me? What beliefs were given to me by force because of society? What belief I gathered because I belong to this group? I went to this school. I've decided to work in this part of town, of this profession. When you look at it, you will see that I think more than 50% of who you are is really not who you are. Scientists say that in our body we have almost 15% that is not us, that is external bacteria and viruses and parasites and things that are part of our body because they're inside us, but they are not really us. If you look in a microscope at your skin, you will see things living there. If you take out all of these things, you'll be 50%, 15% lighter. That could be a good diet, but you'll probably die because you need these things. They are part of you for a purpose, for a reason. Same thing goes with ideas. If you look at your ideas, you can see that a lot of them, 15%, maybe 20%, maybe more, are not really you. How many of these ideas can you take out before you are nothing? How many of these ideas can you eliminate before there's just you? Again, there's many techniques. You can meditate, you can do vipassana, you can learn about different layers of existence and spheres and parts of the body and how to move letters of fire that determine you. I don't know. This is not my job to teach you. There are priests, there are rabbis, there are gurus. You probably already know a couple of them. Which one of these techniques works? I have no idea. I do know that if you want to create something that is unique, something that is personal, something that is you have to clean yourself up. You have to take out as much as you can and leave the minimum, the bare minimum, which is you. What is you? Who are you? That is for you to find out. By the way, it's very hard work, but it is amazingly beautiful to find out who you really are. Sometimes it's painful. You're shedding a lot of skin, you're getting rid of a lot of things that you really thought that you need, that you really thought that you loved, that you really thought that are part of you, but are not. It is not an easy process. Nobody said it is. But being a creative is not an easy life. If you want to take that step further and get to a creation which is pure, you have to be pure. And you have to clean yourself. Start doing it today. Do it every day. Do it all day. And soon you will see results. The second thing that you have to do after you've cleaned yourself is remember that creation is truth. This is completely against everything that you were taught, especially in design schools or in art schools, where you are taught to lie because you're telling a story, because you're inventing things. No. Real creation is truth. Real creation is telling the truth. Real creation is telling the truth no matter what. Real creation is not telling what you want to say. Real creation is telling what creation wants to say, what creation needs to say, and that has to be truth. And again, it works in music, it works in writing, it works in art, it works in design, it works in anything that you do that is creative. If you manage to find your truth, if you manage to avoid lying, and this is very, very difficult because the world wants you to lie, the world needs you to lie. If you lie, you get money. If you lie, you get more pats on your back. But if you tell the truth and you manage to keep on telling the truth and people understand that you're telling the truth, then you get the real rewards. Then you get the big money. Then you get the real, not pats on the back, but hugs. So learning how to always say the truth in your design, that is one of the most important things that you have to learn in order to reach a spiritually creative process. And again, it's a process. You're not getting to a place where, okay, now I say the truth. No, that's just a tool, the truth. This is where it starts. It's not where it ends. It's not the goal. Truth is where you start your journey. You don't get to the truth. You don't uncover the truth. You use the truth to create. And this creation will really be valuable. The third thing that you have to master if you want to get spiritually creative is how to be effective. How to be effective because the things that you create have to work. They have to work on your audience. They have to work on your clients. They have to work because they have to work. You don't create just to create. You don't create because you want to. You create because it's part of something bigger. You create because you know your place in the universe. You know your place in the big plan. You know what you need to do. You know your role. You know your part. After you've cleaned yourself and you learned how to tell the truth and how to use the truth, this is where you have to produce. This is where you have to start doing things that are really valuable, that really affect people, that really affect the world. This is where you become part of the world. Not just some small insect who's playing alone by somebody else's rules and games. No, this is where you can be effective, efficient. This is where you can be significant. Now, isn't that what you want as a creative? To be significant? To create something of significance? I think that's the highest goal that a creative person can reach, being significant. Clean yourself, find out how to use the truth, find out how to be effective and create efficient things, efficient creations. The last thing that you need to know in order to be spiritually creative is how to be brave. Now, that is the hardest thing that you can do, because this usually means doing the opposite of what you want to do. Most people want to give up. It's easier to give up. It's easier to accept what other people say. It's easier to accept the rules of society, the rules of wherever you live, whoever you live with. Being brave means also being honest. Being brave is the only way to be honest. We said that you clean yourself. We said that you find the truth and how to use it. We said that you find how to be effective. All of these things, in the end, you need to be brave to put them into action and to keep putting them into action. These are all things that without being brave, if you're lazy, if you're a coward, if you're somebody that conforms, you will never be able to be completely honest. It doesn't matter how clean you are. If you're not brave, you will not do the right thing. It doesn't matter how effective your methods are. If you're not brave, you will not use them. Being brave is the final step that you can take. And again, it is not an easy step. Not at all. Especially not as part of society. One of the things that are good about being a creative is that we are usually outside of society anyway. We are not part of society. We are the strange ones, we are the weird ones, we are the ones who don't obey the rules. We are the crazy ones. And this helps us being brave. It does. So use it. Clean yourself. Find out how to say the truth. Find out how to be efficient. Be brave and do all that. This is the way to have a spiritually creative life. Good luck.